It's been truly amazing for me and life-changing, and so that's what got me here.
I had a sense of belonging to a really family, to a very diverse family of different cultures, different languages.
There was this intense learning and growth happening, and also so much fun and connection with other people.
Something in you changes when you are amongst people who live in the same way.
Welcome.
Vitame,
Willkommen.
Dobrodošli.
bienvenidos,
Udvözöljük.
bienvenue.
Bun venit.
Welcome.
Welcome. The first time I went to the NVC retreat, I didn't know anything about anything. And it was the first time when I heard that my needs are basically life speaking through me. And that was such a huge discovery, because there were so many needs that I was constantly pushing down, and I didn't want to really feel them and come to contact with them. And NVC really showed me the way of how I can be more in touch with those needs and how they contribute to my life, to my experience of life. And when I began to fall into this contact with them, it helped me to reach out in a different way, in a more welcoming and more accepting way to other relationships in my life. So that altogether really changed, well, the relationship that I have with myself and the relationship that I have with others as well.
I attended an IIT last summer for the first time, though I have been studying NVC for about 10 years. And it was really fascinating for me, because being there in this residential experience, in this kind of you're living NVC at all times of day, in all situations, not just in the sessions, not just in a workshop setting. And that was really eye-opening and allowed me to, I think it really supported my integration of NVC in a way that attending shorter workshops hadn't in the past. Seeing the trainers in social settings, hearing more kind of street giraffe, as we say, NVC in more informal settings than in a typical kind of workshop. It was just really eye-opening and expanded how I understood NVC and allowed me to integrate it in a different and deeper kind of way.
The first IIT I ever went to really seemed to open up a door in my, I don't know if it was my brain or my heart or both. It opened up the channel, and somebody there, another participant said to me, well, what do you do? What do you offer? What would it look like if you gave a workshop? And I went, well, I don't know. And then he said, well, why don't you try it? And I did. It surprised me. but I was able in that very, very warm and accepting and open community to start practicing what would become my contribution. And I really needed that nestedness to take that step. And I've been stepping ever since. This place has a lot to offer and a lot to teach foreign visitors, and there can be a great exchange in between the local and the global here. And I'm very, very excited to welcome anyone who is considering or planning to come to the IIT that will be held here in this village, Senkrai or Senkrai Zentelke, next July 2024 in Transylvania, Romania. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do.
I remember my first international training was a kind of like life changer for me. And here we started living together. We were really like 24, not 7, but 9, 24/9 together. We lived through life. It was really life. And I could see that we can go in this attitude of respecting ourselves, respecting our needs, listening to our needs, and expressing our feelings, showing our vulnerability towards others, and seeing others in their vulnerability for such a long time was kind of a new experience, a very new experience. And it lasted. One thing which lasted also was that I still have the peer group which we found in this IIT, and it's still existing. So we still exchange, we still meet, and I was like, I had a sense of belonging to a really family, to a very diverse family of different cultures, different languages. I became a junkie of IITs now. I think this is going to be my 5th now or so. And now I'm organizing that. There's no country.
It isn't hard to do. I have a dream. You know that phrase. We all know that. We all know that dream about belonging, community, care, being seen and understood, being whole. And from this dream comes an action. Organizing IIT in Poland in March 2024. And with our team, we want to do our best to ensure that this event will be beneficial and meaningful. Our motto is bringing wholeness to a fractured world. Fractured, inside, outside. Like in this art of kintsugi, we can be whole again. See you in March in Mikorzy.
I believe truly that because of my studies in nonviolent communication, I have been able to strengthen and repair some of the relationships, because early on they just didn't go so well, and now it's been truly amazing for me and life-changing, and so that's what got me here.
For me, the IIT is not only about getting new tools, which you can practice in the sessions and also at breakfast or during a conflict or at dinner at all different times, and also take home. But it was also this community, this sense of all of these people wanting to increase their ability to be compassionate, wanting to increase their ability to give and receive empathy, to resolve conflicts, to learn how to create new relationships. And it was this massive sense of hope and inspiration for me, especially since there's so much bad news in every day that you hear and so many negative stories. And this was just 9 days of experiencing like, wow, there are actually so many other people out there who are working towards a more positive world, wanting more positive relationships. And for me, that just really filled me with inspiration and hope. And it did last. It lasted. It has lasted. It continues to last. I continue to be in contact with many people from the last IIT I was at. And I really, really enjoyed that part of it.
I heard more of your experiences. I also remembered how fulfilling it was and how supportive to be amongst people who also practice NVC. And it was the first time that I was in this community that was really holding all the space for me so I can be fully received and accepted. At least that's how I felt. And it really changed something in me. And yes, I really understand how that can be contagious, because something in you changes when you are amongst people who live in the same way.
I'm really enthusiastic about this IIT, just in the first place because it's organized by two countries having a lot of violent past. It's Austria and Slovenia. I'm sure that we will bring a variety of exercises and practices you can use, take home, and change your life forever. And I'm sure we will cover parts like social change and families and children. And there will be topics like school and how to embody empathy. I'm also really excited about the venue. We chose this venue because it's really in the nature. I can imagine how deep can some processes be and how much nature can support such an event and learning. And it's a beautiful natural venue in the natural part of Slovenia. It's like there are forests, creeks, and there is a spa, so you will also be able to enjoy the swimming pools. And yeah, and also they're really, really responsible toward the nature. So they have a very good policy about being sustainable in many, many ways. And you won't believe, but the food is really amazing.
We talk a lot about the learning and growth that happens in IITs, but it was also a ton of fun. Like I don't remember the last time I laughed that much than at the what was it called? You've Got No Need for Talent show at the end of the workshop. I mean, everyone was just having so much fun. And not only at the end, but also in the evenings, there was dancing, there was this intense learning and growth happening, and also so much fun and connection with other people.
It's dangerous. It's contagious. Be aware.